Hello everyone, this is Siddharth Mehta, mentor at Career Launcher. Welcome to today's exercise on critical reasoning and reading comprehension passage. So what I have done is I have picked up one editorial from Times of India and framed 5 questions around it. So let us begin today's exercise. Okay, so this is the passage that I have picked up from Times of India. If you want, you can stop the video and read it before you proceed further. All right, so I hope you must have read the passage by this time. Let me very briefly tell you what the passage is about. Very quickly, we will see. So if you look at the first paragraph raises two questions. Why do people swear and cuss? Where do these words come from? So naturally, when you come across such questions right at the beginning of the passage, definitely you can expect that author will try to answer these questions. So rather than answering these questions directly, what the author has done is author is telling that there is this book, 9 Nasty Words, which deals about this particular topic. So this first paragraph is, in the first paragraph, the book has been introduced. So it is the introduction of the book and the subject that books deals with. Okay. It says that book deals with the words that are considered unspeakable but also spoken a lot. Okay. The second paragraph, if you look at the second paragraph, then the second paragraph basically it talks about what is curse. So the first line is the definition of curse. And then it goes on to say that curse words have long ceased to be themselves. We have invested them with transgressive powers. They come with payload of offense. It means that we now think curse word as something which have transgressive power, sin, and they come with lot of offense. And when do we use them? We use them when we are hurt. Why we use them when we are hurt? It says that when we are hurt, we reflexively and immediately swat back by doing something we should not, something taboo, to cause a compensatory offense. So why we use curse words? When we are hurt, we use them as compensatory offense. What is meaning of compensatory offense? If somebody does wrong to me, I also do some wrong, and that wrong by me compensates my hurt. All right, so this is the second paragraph is about definition of curse word and why we use it. That's the second paragraph about. Third is about the book. This book covers the whole range of unutterables, which in West were once chiefly about religion and God, then moved to bodily matters, and now slurs against the social group. So the third paragraph is about what the book contains. It is about the content of the book in discussion. Fourth paragraph, the ancient took swearing very seriously indeed. In a largely oral cultures, oath had weight. They were to be sincerely used. To take the Lord's name in vain or just lightly toss off such word was appalling. So the first taboo words were all about God, and they still live on as faded signals from that time. Taboo means sin. All right. So the first words that were considered sin were about God. Why? Because in the ancient days, people did not use the Lord's name in vain or in a non-serious manner, because that was considered quite horrific. Then it goes on to say there were also improvisation that conveyed the sting without actually invoking them. Okay, so rather than using the word God directly, the passage says that if you have to use it as a curse on someone, there were substitutes that were used. Golly and gosh for God, jeepers and creepers for Jeeves, to avoid Jesus Christ. Jeepers and creepers and Jeeves to avoid Jesus Christ. So in place of Jesus Christ also they used some improvised word. Why did they use it? Because they were improvised versions. They wanted to convey the sting without invoking the seriousness which these words, the God and Jesus Christ had in them. Then the next passage talks about, but while these words add a bit of music color, they are barely bad words now. So these words are barely bad words now. All right. Although they add a bit of music and color, they are not considered bad. The real profanity is with is the word that begins with F. Now there is a word that packs a punch and remains unprintable. But the first recorded use of the word was by a monk in 1528 on the margins of Cicero text about morals. So this paragraph is about the F word and why it is still considered profane. Profane means vulgar. The F words remains fresh and fertile as ever, conveying destruction, dismission, and so much more. This paragraph is about the utility of F word. Seventh, all this is to be expected in book about gutter English, but the book really stands out in later chapters when it takes about when it takes on the true taboos, the nasty word that carries consequences. So this is also about the book. Last part, last passage. Macwater, a black man himself, takes in the contemptuous blow of the N-word when it means what it means when black people say it to each other with warm intimacy, or white people appropriate it the same way. Tracing the subtleties of usage, it explores other slurs wielded against the queer and people and women. So the last paragraph is about how the words are used in the social milieu. So black people using the N word, but when they use among themselves, they use it with warm intimacy. But when a similar word or the same word is used by white people, there is subtle change. All right. So the last paragraph is about that. So let us look at the questions. What is the author trying to convey in line? That is the satisfying essence of the cuss word. It is given here. That is the satisfying essence of the cuss word. What is this that referring to? If I can find out, I can find out the answer. This that is referring to this, to cause a compensatory offense. So what is compensatory offense? If you do something wrong to me, I will use this word because that sorts of compensates my feeling. Okay. So what is the right answer? Let us see. Cuss words are verbal ejaculation, a yelp more than word or label. This is definitely given in the passage, but this is not what question is asking me. So many people can mark this as the answer because it is given here. But this is not from where question is being asked. Question is being asked from this particular area. So this is a trap, true but irrelevant. Given in the passage, but this is not what question is asking. B, cuss words are used without much deliberation for self-satisfaction. Can we say that they are used without much deliberation for self-satisfaction? I can't say. For self-satisfaction, I don't know. It is used as a satisfying instrument to compensate something, not for self-satisfaction. So cannot say. Out of purview. This is a trap. Again, not given in the passage. Out of scope. See, cuss words are used as vengeance tool. Yes, this is what is that refers to cause a compensatory offense. So answer is option number C. D says cuss words have long ceased to exist. Again, something mentioned in the passage, but this is not what question is asking me. Next, why did ancient people use improvised words like golly and gosh rather than God or Jesus in place of Jesus Christ? Why did they use it? This is given in this particular passage because they in the ancient days, word of the name of God or Lord's name was not to be used in vain. So that is why they used some other improvised words to convey something wrong when something wrong was happening. So let us see the option. The use of these improvised words added more music and color to the language. Now this is given, but this is with respect to the present times. These words add a bit more of music and color. They are barely bad words now. Now, ancient people did not use these words because these words added music and color. No, the question is with respect to ancient people. So this is again a trap, true but irrelevant. Given in the passage, but this is not what question is asking me. This is also a scrambled option. So there are two traps in it. Scrambled means it is given somewhere else in the passage, right? Scrambled with the idea being asked. Option 2, people were beware of casually using the name of the Lord. Yes, they were beware about it. Beware means cautious. So this definitely will come. Third, these words acted as substitute and solve the purpose, mean yet less invoking. This is also given in the passage. They conveyed the sting without actually invoking them. So 2 and 3 both can be said as the answer. Next, what can be inferred about the book 9 Nasty Words? Book deals with a subject matter that has irony to it. Yes, book deals with the subject matter that has irony to it. This is where the irony is mentioned. That book deals with words that are considered unspeakable, but are also spoken a whole lot. Why should we speak such things which are considered unspeakable? The book deals with such subject. The subject itself has irony. We think it is unspeakable, but still we speak a lot. So definitely one has to be there. 2 says book deals with multiple aspect on the unutterable words. Yes, this is also something that we can infer from the passage. So both 1 and 2 are the answer. Let us look at 3. Although the book has vulgarity, it is entertaining. This is also mentioned. It is entertaining examination of profanity. Profanity means vulgarity. So answer is all of the above. Next, which paragraph presents the gist of the book in the best way? Let us look at the gist of the book. Gist book of the book means the summary of the book, what the book contains, the entire thing about it. The first paragraph, it talks about that book talks about the words which are profane in nature. So definitely this can be one of the answer. It introduces the subject. The paragraph number 1 introduces the subject of the book. Paragraph number 3. The book covers the whole range of unutterables, which in West were once chiefly about religion and God, then moved to bodily matters, and now slurs against social group. Out of 1 and 3, 3 looks a better choice, because this not only gives me the subject, but also tells me the content and the organization of the content of the book. It says that the book talked about religion and God, then moved to bodily matters, and now how these words are used as slurs against social group. So out of 1 and 3, 3 looks better choice. So let me now eliminate 1. 7. All this is to be expected in a book about gutter English, but the book really stands out in the later chapter. So this is only one feature of the book. This is not the paragraph number 7 does not tell me anything about the about the gist of the book. Although it is mentioned that it discusses taboos, but again paragraph number 3 presents a better version. So this cannot be the answer. Paragraph number 8 anyways was about the use of words in a social context. So this cannot be the answer. Answer is option number 2. Option B, that is. Next, read the following sentence and identify them as true or false. Author believes that F word has lot of utility. Is that what author believes? Author has talked about F word here. That they are fresh and fertile as ever. They convey destruction, dismissal, and so much more. It can be inserted for extra intensity. So definitely this is what author believes. So this is true. Second, later part of the book in discussion is better than the earlier part. Yeah, it is also mentioned. So even the second one is true. If 1 and 2 both are true, I can easily mark option number B here. But let me evaluate 3 and 4 also. The value that people put on oath has decreased over time. It is said that in ancient times, oaths had weight. They were to be sincerely used. Now, I can't say whether it has decreased for the present time people. I can't say. It looks, but I can't say. I can't say it is true or false, whatever. Fourth, acceptability of word can change with time. Yes, this is definitely something again which is mentioned in the passage. So out of all the given choices, B looks the best choice to me. Third option, I cannot for sure say that it has decreased over the period of time. The value has decreased over the period of time. And that is why answer is option number B here. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this exercise, and if you have committed any mistake, please understand why you have committed those mistakes, and next time try not to repeat it. Thank you.